Hey y'all, how's it going? Just getting everything good to go before the chat or before the thing starts.
James Jordan was the father of the most famous athlete.
All right. Sounds like we're good to go. How you guys doing? It is relatively warm over by me. However, it's also raining outside. So there's that. I don't know how closely you all were following what was going on with me last week. We didn't have our This Week in Gotham live stream. How's it going, Israel? Because I got food poisoning last Saturday, and that lasted like a good 2 or 3 days. And then pretty much immediately after I got better, I got the COVID-19 vaccine, and that knocked me right back out of commission. So I'm glad I was able to get the Two-Face video out. You guys seemed to like that, but I was a mess. So glad we're back at it this week. Glad we're kind of just jumping right back into the saddle. So I am better, thanks. How's it going, Lux? Yeah, it was a long and winding road getting back there, but I'm better. Yep. And happy Easter to anybody who celebrates. That was yesterday. Yeah. Oh, not a ton of news coming out. I had to scrounge for this stuff, but I'm sure you guys have already heard it. So we can get started pretty soon here. I want my coffee to be at appropriate drinking temperature so I get to enjoy it while I'm telling you guys about all this stuff. I am really hyped for the Batman. Can't come out soon enough, in my opinion, but waiting to form any concrete opinions till I actually see it. I just got this guy. Hang on. Oh. I pre-ordered this back when it came out, but it's Batman Beyond from McFarlane. I'm going to be doing a video on him eventually, so keep an eye out for that. But pleasantly surprised by it. For any collectors out there, I would recommend this guy a lot. All right, coffee's at a good temperature, so here we go. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a somewhat uneventful couple weeks since the Snyder Cut came out. That was like really the big news that happened in recent memory. But we do have 3 tidbits that we're going to go over today in the general news, and then I'll go into channel news a little bit. So yeah, let's just jump right in. General news. The Batman by Matt Reeves is set on DCEU's Earth 2. I've been hearing this one a lot. Not 100% sure if it's like confirmed or if it's just conjecture at this point, like rumors, but I think that would be a great move for them. Give them to kind of like flesh out that universe separately from Earth 1 being Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, all those guys. They can kind of just take a new direction with it while maintaining the continuity of the mainstream DCEU. So let's keep our fingers crossed that is actually true, and I am excited for that movie. Second piece of news, the New Gods movie and the Trench movies got canceled at Warner Bros. I wasn't really super excited for either one of those. For those of you who don't know what those were, it was going to be New Gods was going to be about like New Genesis and Apocalypse and the war between the two of them. So we would have seen Darkseid again. We would have seen Desaad, Granny Goodness, his whole group of people. We also would have seen the new gods on New Genesis. So like uh, High Father, Orion, all those guys we would have seen. It's kind of a cool concept. It would have like fleshed out that that side of things a little more, but not necessarily needed. It's kind of what Marvel seems to be doing with the Eternals movie that's coming out, but it's not a huge loss as far as the upcoming DC film slate. The Trench movie, from beginning to end, was kind of just like a bad idea, in my opinion. It's a spin off of Aquaman with like the one kingdom of Atlantis, the Trench, the like really feral ones. I don't know what the heck it would have been about. I'm not gonna sit through a 2 hour movie of like these creatures growling at each other. So I don't know what they were thinking with planning that, but no tears shed over that one being canceled. Yeah, yeah, but we'll see. I'm guessing based off the success of ZSJL, we'll probably see Darkseid again. We'll probably see more Justice League, hopefully. It would be a huge crying shame for them to not explore it a little more, at least if they're going to go this route. And the third tidbit is the Suicide Squad trailer drop. Um, yeah, so that's pretty cool. I don't know how many of you guys have seen that, and if you haven't, go check it out, definitely. But it honestly kind of reminded me a lot of the trailer for the first one. And like I said, I kind of hold off on forming opinions until I've seen the movie. But I don't know. It feels just like a repeat of that so far. Um, yeah, I'm not holding my breath for it to be like a remarkable movie. I'm definitely not expecting it to be like my favorite DCEU movie, but I'm still excited for it nonetheless. Definitely still going to watch it when it comes out. Uh, yeah, I'm all for it. There's some pretty funny humor. The villain is going to be Starro, which is like the first supervillain the Justice League ever went up against in the comics. But it seems to be kind of like a comedic take on it while still taking itself somewhat seriously. And we'll see what happens. Okay. So that's pretty much it for general news. That's like some smaller stuff that's been going on in the fan base, the community. Yeah. All right. I got Groot vibes from King Shark. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Sylvester Stallone as King Shark is something I'm excited for. Um, New Aquaman or the old one? You mean like in Justice League? I kind of liked the new one better. He had a lot more to his character. Okay, so we're gonna go into channel news a little bit. I've got two things I want to tell you guys about. Firstly, is on Saturday I had my interview with Russell from Giant Panda King. I've been telling you guys about that. That went really well. It was a lot of fun. So that video will be coming out this Thursday, and all of the questions you guys gave me about the book, about the documentary series we've been doing, all of those questions will be answered in that video. So make sure to check it out. Make sure to drop a like so more people see it. It was a lot of fun. It's really a lot of insight into that process that went into making the book, organizing all the models and actors, um, all the inspiration behind kind of like the overall tone of the 1920s Gotham setting. Um, I learned a lot. I'm sure you guys will too. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Let's see. The next documentary video is in the works. It'll be out in a couple weeks. Just because it's going to be a longer one, probably. So keep an eye out for that one. They've been averaging about between 9 minutes and like 13 minutes. This one's, I'm expecting it to be longer because you guys have been asking for longer videos, and this one's got a lot of really cool information I think you guys will like. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking for certain parts that are in this video. So it's going to be Arkham, and it's going to go into the staff, the history of the building. It's going to go into a lot of the villains that you guys have been requesting. So good episode. Good episode. That'll be out in a couple weeks. Hey Panda, how's it going? Welcome. How long is the video? The interview? The interview is about an hour. Yeah, you can kind of skim through it, but there's a lot of questions and a lot of insight. So you don't want to miss out on any of that because it'll really put everything in a new light for you. Yeah, I've got a video ready for next Thursday, but that's going to be a little different. I mentioned I'm going to be doing a review video for this guy eventually. The one that's coming out next Thursday is a review video for the Mezco Sovereign Knight figure that I got. So make sure to go check that out when that comes out. So it'll be this Thursday, the interview, next Thursday, that review, and then the following Thursday is the next Gotham 1919 to 1939 video. Yeah. And that's pretty much all I got. Yeah, so let's just have some Q&A time. So if you guys got, every time I drink coffee, I get burpy. Drop your questions, comments in the chat, and I will take a look and I will do my best to answer. Have I watched the Superman show? Like the animated one, like Batman the Animated Series, but Superman? I've seen that one. I have seen Super Friends, like the really, really old one that was out when my parents were probably kids. Yeah. I would honestly, my favorite episodes of the Superman animated series are the ones where he crosses over with like Batman, Green Lantern, anything involving Apocalypse and Darkseid, because there are a few crossovers there. It's just kind of cool what they built, starting with Batman the Animated Series. Like it was the building block that everything else in that universe came out of, and it started like just Batman, then it started just Batman and Superman, and then both of those came to an end. The new Batman Adventures, and then it all kind of culminated with the Justice League shows. Yeah. Just passing through. Hey Sebastian, how's it going? Have I read Tom King's Mr. Miracle? I have not, but I've been meaning to. He gets a lot of flack for his run on Batman, and I get it. He had like a lot more of a, the quote unquote asshole Batman, and I'm not really a huge fan of that. But also, Bruce did stop aging mentally at the age of like 8 to 10. So, and it's because of the trauma he went through. And when the shit hits the fan, he like regresses back to that. So like, asshole Batman is kind of what comes out of that. Psychologically, it makes sense. But I've been hearing good things about his Mr. Miracle run. Want to check it out. I'm a big fan of Mr. Miracle and Barda. So, yeah. Say this in your Michael Keaton Batman voice. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me. I'm Batman. I'm not a good impressionist with Michael Keaton specifically, but all right. Any other questions you guys got for me? What if Nolan Bane fought Jason Bourne? Jason Bourne would win. Okay. I liked The Dark Knight Rises. A lot of people that I know kind of didn't. Like out of the three, that was probably their least favorite. I liked it. I thought it was good. It was really cool to see Bruce get closure at the end and actually like be happy, because he doesn't get that too often, But to this day, I'm still not a huge fan of Tom Hardy's Bane, just because I'm kind of a comic purist, and you know, I don't know. If Nolan Bane fought Jason Bourne, it might be like a very close fight, but Jason Bourne would definitely win. Um, Justice League versus Avengers, who would win? Gosh, they both have like such different levels of god tier superheroes. Like maybe this is just me being biased, but I want to say Superman would be able to take down all of the Avengers. Maybe not Hulk. Maybe not Hulk, but I don't know. Hulk's whole thing is the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets, and they kind of go into this whole like the immortal Hulk. Like he can't really die, I guess. I don't know. Um, but Superman's got like freaking laser vision, and he's got like he gets stronger the more sunlight he absorbs. Um, the other Justice Leaguers are kind of just supplemental to his power level, with the exception of like maybe Wonder Woman because she's like a demigod. She's pretty OP now. But Batman versus Iron Man. Um, well, let's see. Batman versus Iron Man. They both have a lot of money at their disposal. They both have a lot of technology at their disposal. But if you were to take all of that away from them, Bruce would win because he's got more training, hands down. Um, how would Jason Bourne win? Bane's like strong and has like I mean, he utilizes weapons, but he doesn't strike me as somebody who like has extensive weapons training or hand like he beat Batman in hand to hand, so he's got good hand to hand combat training. But other than that, I don't know if he's any good with a sword. I don't know if he's like really any good with a gun because the only times he uses it, the people he shot were unarmed. He snapped a dude's neck. He's intimidating because he has like people that work for him, but Jason Bourne has like uh, extensive hand-to-hand combat training, extensive weapons training, muscle memory, all of that stuff. So just if you haven't seen the Jason Bourne movies, go watch and you'll know what I mean. I do like sports. My biggest one, um, my biggest one is football, like American football. You know, um, I really enjoy soccer too, or true football, whatever your thoughts are on that. But I used to play soccer, so that's got a good place in my heart. Football, I just grew up watching. I'm very injury prone. I've got bad knees and bad ankles and all sorts of stuff. But so I don't play very much anymore. But I'm always down to watch a good game of football. I also really like hockey fights. I'm a baseball fan somewhat. I'm from Chicago. I live in Toledo, Ohio. Uh, so I'm a Cubs fan. Sorry to anyone out there who is deathly opposed to that, but I'm not as big of a baseball fan as I am of football. So I'm a Bears fan through and through. Okay. Oh, congrats on buying Nightfall, Israel. It's a good story arc. Um, Welcome, Stanley. Thanks for subbing. My favorite Robin is close between Dick Grayson and Damien. Yeah, Damien's kind of a little prick sometimes, but he's also like very much his father's son in a lot of other ways. I like that about him. Nightwing is just near and dear to my heart because he and yeah, just really relate to him on his sleeve. Yeah, yeah, I included guns. Okay. Have I watched Gotham? I have. Uh, Started off real strong. Started off very grounded and like police centric, and I was all about that. It was okay the closer I got to the end, but like the last season could have been wrapped up a lot better. It felt kind of rushed. Not a huge fan of the bat suit. Um, it was cool to see like Selena older. It was cool to see um, Barbara Gordon as like a little kid. Uh, yeah, so good. There were good things that came out of it. I really liked Cameron Monaghan's Joker, even though it was kind of like Gollum wearing a purple coat, But overall, I give the show like a 6 or 7 out of 10, just because of the way it ended. I'm impressed by Nightfall. My first Batman comic seems promising. Good. That's your first one? Awesome. That one's going to be very sentimental for you because, the further and further you go into your fandom with Batman and with comics and stuff, um, it's going to get very easy to forget, like your roots as far as where you started with the comics. And yeah, um, my first comic that I ever got was I think Hush Beyond, Batman Beyond, but like with Hush, and uh, that one I still kind of bounce back to every once in a while because that was the first one that I owned and read and was like, yeah, it's got a special place on my shelf next to all my other comics. So yeah, keep that in a safe place and bounce back to it every once in a while. Plans for the next Gotham 1919 to 1939 episode. It's going to be about Arkham Asylum. It's coming out not next week, but the week after, which I believe, let me check the calendar, is the 22nd. So April 22nd is when the next Gotham 1919 video is coming out. Yep. Keep an eye out for that. It's going to have Arkham staff. It's going to have history about the asylum. It's going to have a lot of supervillains that people have been requesting. So keep an eye out for that one. The coal is kind of wonky in Gotham. You mean color? Yeah, dark. Have I played Batman Arkham Knight? Yes, I have. I've played it quite a few times. I've played it, like I can count on one hand how many times I've played through it. I have never gotten 100% completion. I'm just not one of those people, like I love doing the challenges to the best of my ability, but I'm not going to kill myself to find like 600 Riddler trophies, um, like there are definitely some completionists out there that like love that aspect of those games, but I'm not one of them. I like the uh, I like story more than anything else. So do Arkham than Mr. Freeze. We shall see. Mr. Freeze does have an appearance in that book. All right. If you got any more questions, just drop them. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap up pretty soon. I've got things to do today, but yeah, always fun to have this morning chat with you guys and stuff. You've got more stick-to-itiveness than I do, Aaron. Good job. Yeah, the Riddler races are crazy. What if John Wick was in Nolanverse and went after Ledger's Joker? Could he beat him? 1v1 me on Fortnite. You're gonna kick my ass. I am no good at Fortnite. There's just too much going on, and I don't have the coordination for that. John Wick. John Wick would probably win just because of, combat skills. Heath Ledger's Joker is definitely physically capable of fighting a person, and he's got all sorts of tricks up his sleeves, but I don't know to what extent. Like some people theorize Heath Ledger's Joker's origin was that he's ex-military, or like a tactician or something, and I like that. So he might have some combat training, but it wasn't showcased very much in The Dark Knight. First, yeah, I was just there for the story. If you guys have any interest in, the Suicide Squad game is coming out eventually. Don't know when because the world's weird, but go check out my when does the Suicide Squad game take place? Arkhamverse timeline video. I'm not sure how long ago that was, but it should still be in like some of the recent videos. So go check that out. It's kind of a theory on like where that game takes place in the Arkhamverse. I've built up a Batman collection with 121 pieces. I think you have a huge collection. um, what's back there is a fraction of what I have. Those are just my action figures, my helmet, Funkos, and I just got this guy. I can't remember if I showed you guys this or not, but it's the Michael Keaton NECA Batarang. Folds up and stuff. It's magnetic, but it comes with its own display stand. It's plastic. This looks like metal, but it's not. But it's really cool. But yeah, this is just a fraction. I've got some of my prints kind of like up on the wall there. Wonder Woman that my wife drew. And then up at the way top is like a mini comic panel that I did back in high school. But I've got like a whole giant like probably half my height box of Batman stuff just sitting in the closet in this room right now. So as well as countless other clothing items and things throughout my house. So yeah. Sing a random song. Sing me a song, you're the piano man. There you go. The Suicide Squad game is in the Arkhamverse. Rocksteady, kind of came out and said that right away, which caused a lot of problems because it's like, where does that take place? Yeah, so lost my train of thought. Harley references like she wants to be the one to kill the bat in the trailer, and it's like, okay, does this take place after Arkham Knight or before? It has to be before, right? Because Batman's dead in the Arkhamverse after Arkham Knight or whatever. He's not actually dead, you know what I mean. But it's like, where the heck does that take place? And Floyd Lawton is in it, but he's he's already been introduced in Arkham City, and he's white, and now he's introduced in Suicide Squad, and he's black, and it's like they're kind of alluding to the fact that there are two Floyd Lawtons, and I don't know how they're gonna reconcile that, but we'll see. I have faith in them. Rocksteady's pretty on top of things, so I will actually, if you guys want, maybe one of the times for This Week in Gotham, I will do like a house tour or whatever of what all Batman stuff I've got in my house. But for today, this camera is very stationary, and it's literally this giant iMac that I have, so I can't really carry that with me. I would sing an entire song, however, my voice is shot right now. Honest opinions on Red Hood in general, or like, yeah. I like him, Jason's like an angsty little person. From the moment he became Robin to the moment he became Red Hood, that stayed the same about him. And he is pretty badass. He's kind of like, just because he uses guns, I would say he's like the John Wick of the Bat family, but he's also not the best fighter. Like, Bruce can get the upper hand over him pretty easily. Yeah. Yeah, Jason in the Arkhamverse. I wasn't a huge fan of the whole like he's Arkham Knight and then he's Red Hood, and it was like, okay, they kind of played it off as Arkham Knight is this original character that's never been seen before, and then actually he's Red Hood and we've all seen him before. So in Gotham Knights, I'm definitely gonna check his his gameplay out. Gosh. Probably just equally as much as Nightwing and Barbara and Damien, or not Damien, gosh, Tim. I'm going to check them all out pretty equally. I'll let you guys know what my favorite is, but yeah, when that game comes out, I'm planning on doing a playthrough series here on YouTube, so stick around for that. But nothing's set in stone right now because the game's pretty much in limbo until things kind of like even out a little bit with the pandemic. Um, all right. We're just at about the 30-minute mark. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I got to start wrapping up, but yeah, keep an eye out for that interview video with Russell from Giant Panda King. He'll answer all the questions you guys gave me about the Gotham 1919 book, as well as the docuseries I'm doing. I learned a lot, and you guys will learn a lot, so stick around for that. That's pretty much all I got, and I hope it's warm by you guys. I hope you have a great, beautiful day, and you can enjoy the outdoors. Hopefully, it's not raining or cold, but yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a great day. Peace out.